me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense. I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Yeah. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change.
Okay, Coach, we are at the confluence of the Ohio, Allegheny, and Monongahela Rivers at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the London Black Knights and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
They'll take over first down and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Let's go now. 90 Wolf.
Yeah, let's get second.
Shoot.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. He's got a first down past the 30. Cuts it out to the sideline. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. A huge play there right off the bat. 48 yards. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Back to Mixon on first down. Tackle that time by Sidney Jones.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Here we go. Shit. Tight go.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Early down stuffs will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Minshew throwing on 3rd down. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he'll be taken down shy of the 25 that he needed. He'll be a yard or 2 short. 5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to 4th down. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Hey, wahoo!
On 4th down, Minshew. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And this crowd into it early. Their guys stand tall on the opening drive of the football game.
Let's get in there.
They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. First carry of the game for Jalen Samuels. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one a first down pickup of 8.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
They'll run on first down. Foreman, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. The defensive line made pretty easy work of the offensive line that time.
And people get tired of the cliche that the battle is won in the trenches, but it's a cliche because it's true. And how about the battle right there? One on the edge, and the ball carrier did not benefit.
That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They run the counter. Foreman. And he's got this down to the 35. 12 yards that time and a Pittsburgh first. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline as a play call. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Preston Brown coming in hard that time on the blitz, and he gets him down. It's a loss of 4.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Throwing on 3rd and long. Ambrose. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Getting the sack, the big D tackle, Geno Atkins. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback, because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Minshew. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Off play action, it's Minshew. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Hey, exit.
It'll be Minshew again. And that is incomplete. On now to kick it away is the punter, Matt Wild. Back deep for the Steelers, Ryan Switzer. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. He'll take it at the 42. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
You better bring it. You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it.
Now Ambrose. Off play action. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Pull it together. Hey, check Mike 50. Mike is
Now Ambrose to throw on first down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
When offenses dial up big shots downfield, they're not always for the guys out wide. Sometimes they want to go to their big target, deep downfield, and the defense breathes a sigh of relief. 50-50 balls, not easy to get away from the big targets.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. On the toss, here's Foreman. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That second down play nets a -4.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Here's Ambrose. From the gun, he'll throw. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 5th touchdown now on the year. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Minshew. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Sam Hubbard making his presence felt in the backfield.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen.
Ambrose throwing on 3rd and long. He's got Smith here. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
There is no doubt that Geno Atkins is really strong and stout at the point of attack. But I love his suddenness, the ability to make plays, to be in one spot, and then he's gone. And into the offensive backfield, he's a heck of a player.
And there, a big TFL, tackle for loss.
Hard to believe that his father, Gene Atkins, was an NFL defensive back. He's bred this big defensive tackle.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
I can't believe they even let you play.
On 2nd down, Minshew. Got a man open. It's Ross. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. 2nd down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. They'll try to throw for it with Minshew. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2. Mixon with a first down carry. And an alley to run. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
2nd and 1 at the 34-yard line.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And here's a throw taken in by Boyd. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt able to record his 5th sack of the season. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
Looking to throw it, Minshew. He finds his running back, Mixon. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. They run for it with Mixon. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert on their own side of the field. Close to the 50, but their own side of the field. They only needed a couple of inches, and they were able to get it done.
And it doesn't matter whether you're a zone blocking team, a man blocking team, gap blocking, whatever you want to call it. When it's in this situation, it's really man-on-man, isn't it? Who's going to win the battle? And right there, we saw it. At the point of attack, find enough yardage to pick up a first down. Give them credit for that one.
Throwing on first down is Minshew. Open man is Ross, complete. A gain of 6 there on
Complete to John Ross. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Quick throw, complete out wide here to Green. And he gets it down to the 32. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st down, Mixon. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt. Bullock's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. They run again with Foreman. And an alley to run. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Hey, switch gears.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 35-yard line.
It's coming this way. Here we go. Zoom. 57. Mike, 57. On, you ready?
Ambrose now to throw on second down. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. On 1st down, it's Samuels. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
They'll run here with Connor. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
And that's caught by Smith. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Here we go. Set.
They'll run on 1st down. Foreman. And he is going to be stopped. Cold behind the line of scrimmage.
You got it.
They're on the tackle.
You got it.
A loss of 2. Brings
A
up
rare
second
misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Check 99. Check 99. Switch, switch, switch. 66. Pull it. Half. Mike 50. Mike 50.
Again, it's Foreman. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 3.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50. 22. Jet. Cover. 22. Jet. Cover. Watch twins. Check the backer. Check the backer.
From the gun on 3rd down, Ambrose. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through, picking up the first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 10-yard line.
Come on, set. 60 outlaw. You're not ready. You're not ready. Set up.
Now Ambrose on 1st and 10. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
This fielded at the 2. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line.
First down and 10.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Again, it's Mixon. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down.
First down, London.
Here we go. 18 Gator.
Strong right. Strong right. Strong right.
5.
On first down, Mixon. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now a carry for Bernard. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
A gain of 5. And a London first down.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Let's go deep, tighten up. Let's go.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, Zoo.
Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51. 3 buzz. 51 the Mike, boy. 51.
Let's go.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Steven Nelson able to get a hand in coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
After the field goal now, it's Bullock to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. The field goal we just saw has us now at a 1-score game, and on this side of the football, things are getting pretty tenuous, a little stressful.
Blood pressure up a little bit, you think?
I think up a lot of it.
Could you imagine taking the pulse right now? Might be like a jackhammer out there on that side of the ball, but here's what the deal is. I think what we've observed is a team that's been playing not to lose as opposed to playing to win. And they've got to get back to that, and that means opening things up again, being a little more free in what they're trying to get done on offense.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Foreman. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Here's 2nd and 8. Complete. Smith has it. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and run for it with Connor. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And between the last 2 plays, they've moved it over half the length of the football field. On 1st down, Mixon. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up 2nd down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing on 2nd down now, Minshew. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Minshew throwing on 3rd down. He's got his tight end, Burton. And he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Now Minshew got his man. It's Eifert. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion. And that makes this 2nd and 9. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Minshew sets to throw. This one into the hands of Burton. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. So they finally get their first trip to the red zone, and it ends with nothing.
And that's what I'm going to focus on with you because you teed it up really well. Finally get to the red zone. So there's got to be a little bit of frustration because they haven't moved the ball as well as they wanted to all game. Now they get there, but we got to go for it because we don't know if we're going to get back here again. We don't know how many opportunities because they've been sputtering a little bit.
Absolutely. At this stage in the second half, to get there and not get it for the first time, tough. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They run with Connor. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
That one into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And taken right on the 30. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth.
Set 18 Gator. Protein spill. Shoot.
And that's complete. It's Green here. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
61, get it.
They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Green brings it in.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
Let's go. 30 base.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Snap.
He'll look to throw. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up third down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Back to throw. And able to find Green. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
First down, Knights.
Set, ready? 15 line. 15 line. Go, go. Hey, check, back 21. Let's go.
Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. And I do believe this is going to wind up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play? Wow, what a disaster. You talk about a guy making a good play on the interception and then just trying to be too cute on the return.
It almost felt like his own gyroscope really got out of whack, didn't it? Going backwards into your own end zone after such a great play. Totally disoriented and gave up 2 points for his team.
Now here's Ross.
Let's go, buddy.
Ready up.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have time here, partner, for just one final heave.
And I have to look at it from the defense's perspective here. We know what they're going to do on offense.
And that's caught inside the 35. A.J. Green. And they're going to score. A long touchdown. No flags. No time remaining. And they're an extra point away from winning the game.
Break out the oxygen tanks, partner. The air just left this place. This crowd was in a frenzy. They thought they were going to win. Now they're just an extra point away from leaving here with a really disappointing loss.
No time on the clock. This to claim victory. And he has got it. And to borrow a baseball expression, they're going to walk off a winner. Well, this was a game we'll have in the memory banks for a while. The winning touchdown at the end, and then they had to get that extra point. You know, the knees were shaking. But he put it through, and boom, a dramatic victory.
And just remember, prior to 2015, that extra point almost felt routine, didn't it? Like it was a fait accompli. But when we moved it back to the 15, now the drama kicked in. So, yes, a touchdown, extremely important. Obviously, they had to have it. That was huge. But that was not a gimme, and he knocked it through the post.
So for our visitors, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll be off to